money-saving techniques that you can use today with your colored pencil drawings. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This technique is super simple to do. All you have to do is just rotate your pencil to keep the pencil sharper. As you can see in the examples, all I do is just pick the pencil up, rotate a little bit, and it prolongs the pencil's life because you don't have to constantly sharpen your pencil. Rotating it keeps the pencil sharp on each side, giving it an even point at the end if you do it right. So I highly encourage you to try this technique to save some money. The next technique is burnishing. This is an awesome feature where you can use lighter colors to apply heavier pressure, and it creates this smooth effect over some of the layers that you've already created. You can use just about any pencil, either from light to dark, but I highly suggest going with a lighter or neutral color to begin with, especially for lighter or mid-tone kind of portraits. My favorite brand of pencils to use for this technique is Caran d'Ache Luminance, because that nice wax base creates a very even blend across all of the layers that you've already created. If you want to use darker pencils, as an example here, you can use darker ones for very dark areas, and all you have to do is just make sure you're using heavier pressure over some of those layers already by using a darker or maybe more a even mid-tone kind of color just to blend what's already there. If you have one solid section that is super dark, make sure you're using a blend of colors, but for the most part, be using that dark pencil as much as possible, and then you can still continue to burnish over several layers to create that smooth, waxy texture. The best part about burnishing is you do not have to have a sharp pencil the whole time. Since you are just drawing in a larger section and you're trying to blend the colors together, you don't have to keep sharpening your pencil. Burnishing also helps you save on time by smoothing out all those layers so that you don't have to keep building up so many layers. If you have lightened up an area too much by burnishing, don't worry, you can apply more texture over the top of that. As an example here, I'm showing you the exact methods of using a variety of colors to burnish. Tracing is quite controversial, but I absolutely love doing it, and I do it for every single portrait. If you're like me and you do commissions or you're wanting to do commissions, it is a huge time saver to just go ahead and trace a rough outline of the portrait. This makes it a lot easier proportionally to see where everything is located, as well as where it should be placed on the actual portrait, because each size of the paper is going to be different, and you want to make sure that it is in the right spot to begin with, not off center or in the wrong area that you did not intend. In this example here, I'm showing you exactly how I trace. I use a tripod to hold my projector, and I face it down, and it's connected to my laptop through an HDMI cable. And once it's facing down, I adjust the size on the screen to the appropriate size of the paper, and then I go ahead and trace all of the details and or just a rough outline depending on the complexity of the portrait. I also use a graphite pencil, that way it can be easily erased. As a bonus tip, always draw in the same direction as the fur that you see in the reference image. Check out this example here where you can see that the direction of the fur is kind of going up and out, almost like a fountain effect. Drawing in the same direction helps you save on time and money because you don't have to completely redo the whole portrait over again. Make sure your reference image is nice and sharp, and it'll be a lot easier to see the direction of the fur. I really hope that this video was helpful. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and go check out the link below if you want to learn to draw your own pet.